All right, welcome to another episode of the Serious Angler series that we're doing here at J&B Tackle. Going to be informing you about some tools. This time of year is the time of year when you're cleaning out the boat and you're going through all your tackle. A lot of times you're going to be cleaning the rust off some of the tools and maybe purchasing some new ones. We've selected a group of, I guess you'd call them captain's picks. They're things that we use here in the shop, and they're specialty tools as well as some normal regular pliers that are going to help you out throughout the season. The first one we're going to talk about is a mono cutter. This is the Momoy version. It's a great cutter and it's a little bit more expensive. It's around the $50 price point. We have some cheaper ones. But whenever you're fitting mono to a crimp, you want to have a nice clean edge. So these cutters are going to cut any size mono sharp and quick, and they're going to make it so that you can get a nice fit with your crimp, that you're not oversizing your crimps. Moving along, we're going to talk about a new crimping plier that we've been bringing in this year. This heavy duty crimper makes a big difference. It's going to allow you to go up to like 500-pound test and a pretty big crimp, but the nice thing about it is it also does the smaller ones, and it's got an adjustable ratchet in it so that you can set it so that you get the right crimp every single time. Make sure you're going to be crimping on end too. We get that question a lot here in the shop, but that's a great crimp from this crimping plier. Also, along the offshore rigging side of things, we've got a pair of wire cutters, and this is one of our favorite tools here in the shop. It can go back and forth between cutting mono and cutting wire. It's just by American Fishing Wire, and it's a hardened wire cutter. But if you watch with the single strand wire, snips it right off, doesn't bend the jaw over at all, and then I can turn around and go right back to cutting some mono. It works great. So that's about a $20 tool, and it's a real important one, but it is made out of hardened steel, so you want to make sure you do something if you're going to keep it on the boat to keep the rust off of it. A little bit cheaper price point, braided line scissors, and these are by Sea Striker. A pair of braided line scissors is a great pocket tool, and you can go with the inexpensive ones, even though there are some more expensive, nicer tools on the market. And they're gonna cut braid very easily. So they're a great tool to keep in your pocket on the boat. You can have multiple ones so that different crew members can have them. In the plier range of things, this is a pair of pliers. It's a JT plier, and it's a great, like a mate's plier. Most of the charter boat mates here in New England will use a plier like this. It's either a JT or a Manly. Only about $45, and that comes with a sheath. And it's what I use on the boat a lot, but it will rust. So you got to make sure you take care of it, oil it up. But they work great, and you can grab a hook and maneuver it more with ease. The accurate pliers are kind of our specialty high-end plier that we're picking. If you want to move on to an aluminum plier like this, you've basically got the titanium Von Stahl at the upper end of the price range. This accurate at the mid to upper end, which is probably why, you know, a lot of guys gravitate towards this one, because you're getting a real quality piece without breaking the bank. And then there's some inexpensive aluminum pliers on the market that we sell a lot of. Their price point right at the counter, and you can grab them. But you're not going to have to deal with the rust. You've got removable, replaceable jaws and cutters. So this is a great option for somebody that wants a little bit better plier. It also is a great option for a gift, because a lot of times someone might not buy themselves a pair of pliers like this, but it's something you could give an angler. And the last tool we're going to talk about today is a good pair of split ring pliers. And we picked the high-end Shimano that we have in the store here, and that's about an $80 pair of pliers. You can get a pair of good split ring pliers for $20 to $30, but it makes a big difference working with split rings on butterfly jigs, replacing the trebles on a plug, to be able to have a good pair of pliers like this. So I would highly recommend putting those in your arsenal. Again, just some tools that we've picked here. There's so many on the market. These are some specialty ones that we like to have in our box. So if you have any more questions, feel free to comment on the bottom or stop in and ask us. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of our Serious Angler series. We look forward to your feedback.